Hey guys, I have not been on this channel in freaking forever, so yeah, that's my fault. I do have a main channel that's focused on natural hair and makeup and beauty, so I'll link that down below in the description box if you're interested. But I made a separate channel in regards to BookTube, and the reason why I started it, and I'll link my 2 videos that I just did on this channel down below if you want to catch up. It's because I became legally blind and I'm a visually impaired person. I have no central vision and my peripheral vision is very poor. And I'm at the level now where I cannot use a magnifier or any type of prescription glasses to help with my eye disease. And the eye disease that I have is degenerative, so it's only going to get worse as I get older until I'm eventually totally blind. So with that great news, and you know, earlier in my life, I'm 41 years old, I was an avid reader. I read all the time. And I still love books. I still collect books. I refuse to let go of my books. And I refuse to listen to books on audio. All the tools I use is something reading to me. And I'm tired of that. So I decided to take control over that. And I'm learning Braille. I'm learning the alphabet and the numbers. And hopefully I'll be able to catch up and learn more than just the alphabet and learn words and be able to be literate like everybody else. Because right now, when I lost my sight, I lost my ability to be literate. And the really weird thing that's happening to me is that I'm forgetting what letters look like. It's truly true that if you don't use it, you lose it. So I have to constantly repeat the alphabet to myself and mentally trace the numbers in my the letters and numbers in my head so I don't forget. So it's really important for me. I mean, I use all the tools that are out there, and on this channel I'll definitely share those tools with you, but I want to be literate like everyone else. I want to enjoy holding a book in my hand and being able to run my fingers across the Braille letters and actually have my imagination and my creativity take me to another world. Because with audiobooks, they're great. I've never used audiobooks, and I don't really count what I'm about to show you as an audiobook, like you can get from audible.com or whatever, but it's that you're listening to someone else's voice. And it depends if you're connected to that speaker or not. If you're not going to enjoy the book, and that's not really fair to the book itself. So I really want to immerse myself like I used to as a child, because I've had this eye disease for, it's going over 5 years, almost 6 years now. I want to be able to enjoy what I used to enjoy. So another thing you probably noticed, originally this channel was named Blindly Reading, and I changed it. I made a little trailer for this as well, and I'm now called the Braille Mouse because that's my journey. I'm so determined to learn Braille, and hopefully I am able to do so. So one thing I want to let you know, if you are visually impaired, there are so many resources out there that will mail to your house. Braille books, tapes, audiobooks, all kinds of things. And I do belong to one such organization, and let me go ahead and show you here. It's the Library of Congress, and it's the National Library Service for the Blind and Physically Handicapped. So when you sign up, you have your Dr. fill out a portion, and obviously you sign up the application, and they automatically give you this NLS reader, tape reader, and it's free. All these services are free. You do not have to pay for any of it. It's free if you qualify as legally blind, or physically disabled. So you get a NLS tape reader, and if you notice, I have a tape in here now. And it has Braille on it, but it also has, this is, I'm a student, or was a student of the Hatley School for the Blind to learn Braille, and this is one of the lessons. And the nice thing about it is that not a lot of people that are blind or visually impaired know Braille. There's a really big push to not lose this art, which I'm a total supporter of. You can't rely on technology forever. Batteries die, and technology goes wacky sometimes. So they have really big tactile buttons for those that are still learning Braille, which I fall in that category. And you learn what the different shapes are and what they do. And then above each button, I'm not sure if you guys can see, is braille. Okay. So yeah, so I mean, until I learn braille, I will be using this tape reader. I use it all the time for books. And what the library sends you, it's like a mailing service. Once you fill out this survey of what things that are really interest you, or if you have a particular author and book that you already know you want, you can request it. You can call them, request things, no problem. They'll put them in your queue to send out to you. But you get like a batch of 5 to 6 tapes, and then you get like a little tag with your address, and you flip it over. And mine comes from Cleveland, and that's their address, and you send it back. So every time you send a book, they give you a book. Send a book, give a book. So as long as you keep this bad boy, obviously you don't get any more books, but once you send it in, you get new books. And these things are really durable, and again, there's no postage required. Everything is free. You can open it like this, the little tabs, and ta-da, just like that tape right there. And this, I believe, is a Stephen King book, because I love Stephen King as an author. So yeah, that's one thing I'm doing until I'm learning braille. It's okay. Some of the voices on the tape is very monotone, has absolutely no emotion to it. But I mean, until I can figure out how to read braille, this is the tools I have to use. But I have so many different tools I use, not just this tape reader. There's so many things that I have, and so many things that are out there that is accessible. Some things cost, some things are free, and this is one of the free resources that are out there for anyone that is legally, visually impaired, blind, or physically disabled. So definitely please check it out. I will leave the description of all the information of this resource down below. And again, the way, if you're visually impaired, you probably already know how to use VoiceOver. If you use a Windows, you use the JAWS VoiceOver that can read text from your computer to you. Or if you use Apple, it's called Alex Speak. And again, if you're not sure what those are, I have an Apple, not a Windows, but I definitely will show you my VoiceOver. If you want me to, I'll put the link down below. So the next clip is going to show you how this bad boy works. It's really easy. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm so excited to jump into this channel and see where it takes me. And I hope you guys are here along for the ride. If you haven't yet already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay guys, so I had to take the camera off the tripod, but here is the tape player, and back here is where you keep the plug. Now I'll go ahead and plug this in.
802. Current position. Lesson 4. Introducing C.
See, and when I plugged it in, it said player on, and I'm going to go ahead, the big square button.
I need the next line, then when tracking the line. If you reach the bottom of the page before the timer beeps, go back to the top of the page and continue the activity. Place a raised marker at the beginning of the line where you... Lesson 4. Introducing... Lesson 3. Your personal reading style. Daily skills check. To begin, locate booklet 3, which is Lesson 4. Introducing C. Daily skills check.
And this is about braille, so...
4, which has 4 vertical braille symbols in the upper left corner of the cover.
And you have a braille workbook with it. But I just kind of wanted to show you what it's all about.
The braille title page and use flat hand scanning to locate the thick row of braille symbols across the top.
And the same play button is the stop button, so it's pretty self-explanatory. But if you heard, the voice that's reading to you is extremely monotone. It sounds like a robot, so yeah, that's one of the drawbacks, that the people reading is not like sitting there watching a movie. It's very monotonous and boring, so it's kind of hard to connect. That's why I'm so determined to learn braille. Alright guys, well, I'll be posting videos once a week every Sunday, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!